Dozens of news producers who oversee websites for Microsoft are being replaced by machines. Managers of the software company have decided to switch to artificial intelligence to select and edit news. Media reports in Seattle, where the company is based, say that around 50 news producers in both the US and Britain won't have their contracts renewed. Microsoft says the decision isn't related to the pandemic. Mira Selva is a director at the Reuters Institute for the Study of Journalism at Oxford University, and she joins us live now. Good to have you with us. This situation, we have to say, though, is not unique to Microsoft, is it?
No, all media organisations have been looking at automation and AI in different ways to see if they can use it to tailor their news towards their audiences or readers, or to kind of curate a front page or to curate products. So it's not new, and it's also not new that jobs are being cut across the industry. Sadly, it's a very difficult time, and there are layoffs in several organisations.
But can news stories be written, curated, aggregated effectively by artificial intelligence?
No, not purely by artificial intelligence. You always need journalists, and this particular story of what Microsoft is doing is related to news curation, not news production. So it's who the stories are still being produced by journalists, but how they're put on the front page. At the moment, they're put on the front page of the websites by humans, and this is the thing that's going to be automated. It does raise issues. Humans can look at a cultural context, they can look at an overview and make sure there's a proper variety of views represented on a web page. They can make sure there's no particular bias towards one political opinion rather than another, and they understand the cultural nuances of any given space, so they're less likely to put up something that are openly offensive to one part of a community, for example.
In other words, you're saying that this has the potential to help the spread of fake news and misinformation or disinformation?
Misinformation, it is a danger that, depending on who writes the code, how it's written, and what news story, what sources it uses to pull up news stories. So there is a danger that news that has been deliberately created to be false, misinformation or fake news, appears on a page because it hasn't been caught by human eyes. And we've seen with companies like Facebook and Twitter that when they haven't had human curation, or when they've tried to rely on automation, they've got into deep trouble with this.
So we'll still be reading stories that are written by human beings, by journalists, but they'll be, the order in which they appear on the page will be selected by AI.
That's right. That seems to be the idea. And the thing to remember here is that AI it's not a neutral platform. AI is written by code, and the code is written by human beings. So that whoever is writing the codes has their own biases and their own prejudices. So what does the AI decide is the important news story? Is it something that would only appeal to the kind of person who also wrote the code, or is it broad enough to be more sophisticated than that?
Really good to talk to you, Mira. Many thanks indeed. Mira Selva there in Oxford.
Thank you.